Hello and welcome to Living Right with Chris. My name is Chris Isweke and I'm excited to continue on our weekly series today. But first, if you're joining me for the first time, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can easily follow through with this series, right? So last week we started this series on strategies for success, and we tried to look at how nations, organizations, or even individuals can become great. And we said that one of the fundamental strategies for success is vision, and that vision is the ability to see things the way they ought to be and not just as they are, and with the determination to bring, that picture that you have seen to pass. That vision is not just a dream, it's a clear picture of the perfect future that we want to achieve. And that driving force helps one's life to get direction. Vision is the foundation for every great achievement. No one has ever achieved anything great without vision. No great achievement has ever been recorded without someone picturing it and then bringing it to pass by determination. So you see that vision is what fuels perseverance and gives meaning to efforts. When things are looking like, they're not how we want them to be, it is that clear picture that we have, of what we want things to be that pushes us, that keeps us to persevere the hard times and then to achieve it at last. So vision is so important. In fact, you cannot hit a target that you can't see. It's not possible. Living without vision is like asking life to take you to any destination. And usually, life by default will take you to a destination that is not pleasant. Life's default destination is never pleasant. And it's not far-fetched because life will always want to cheat you. In life, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you demand. So life works by demand and supply. So if you sit back and think that life will give you what you deserve because you have desired it, you're a good person. No, life doesn't work like that. You demand it by knowledge and by work. So listen, anytime provision comes before vision, it is usually not sustainable. Provision is destructive when it comes before vision. You can see that it plays out in many African countries. Vast lands, diverse natural and human resources, yet we are suffering in the midst of plenty. That's what happens in a lot of countries because they lack vision. So, irrespective of how much we have as a nation, we'll continue to suffer as though we had nothing because we lack vision. It is vision that helps align resources and aligns provision to positive venture. I know of a man who owned a transport company, and when he passed, his first son sold everything he had, sold the buses and all of the stuff he had in that company to pursue a political ambition. And then, he lost out, and he lost not just that position, he lost his money, he lost the legacy that he had, left behind. And in contrast, also know of a company a transport company built by a man who didn't just leave, the wealth and affluence to his children, but he taught them and showed them the vision that he had for his company. And then the children, after the demise of their father, scaled the company high. And today we celebrate that company as God is good motors and God is good logistics. And they branch out into a lot of businesses within that what their father gave to them. The difference is clear. One had, you know, the wealth that was left behind for him without the vision. And that wealth destroyed, you know, his ambition. That wealth didn't profit him much. But another had vision and then met, and then, provision came, and he was able to, or they were able to, their brothers were able to harness whatever was left for them and then scaled up the business because they knew where their dad was taking that business to, and they were able to hit, you know, that height because of vision. Vision is so important because provision that comes from vision is usually sustainable. But when the vision is not there and then there is provision, then it's chaos. It can become even your undoing, like it is for many African countries, where our resources, our provision, has become our own undoing because of the fact that we lack vision as a nation. And this is so true for individuals. When you lack vision for your life, no matter how much you get, no matter how much wealth you amass for yourself, you will still live a life that is short of your full potential because it is vision that gives direction to any life. Without vision, people drift because until you can see it, you cannot seize it. So I want you to ask yourself today, what do I really want my life to look like in 10 years from now? I want you to do these things, take 15 minutes, in the course of this week to reflect on what kind of life you would truly want to live in 10 years' time. Also, another thing I want you to do is to write a short statement that captures your ideal future. And then I want you to start, a vision journal. Get a book, get a journal, and then begin to write or to document your dreams, your thoughts. And then, as you document these things, you are able to track your progress. Journaling is a very useful tool that help you know where you are, and then with the end, which is your vision, in view. So, three things you will do in the course of this week. One, I want you to ask yourself, sit and, reflect. What kind of life would you truly want to live in 10 years? Two, write a short statement that captures your ideal future. And then finally, journal your vision. Have a vision journal where you can document your dreams, document your thoughts, and then you're able to track your progress. Thank you for joining me today. It's been an awesome week talking about vision. But I want you to do this. That as we continue this series, there are three things that you should do. One, subscribe to this channel if you have not. Two, like every of our videos. And then three, share them with your family, your friends, your neighbors, and everyone around you. So for me, it is bye for now. See you next week.